Hey, what's up, guys? Scott here, back with another video. Today, I'm going to be specifically talking about the Elektra movie back from 2005. So, which starred Jennifer Garner in the role. So, that's already like a win for me right there because Jennifer Garner is a great actress. Been in a lot of really good movies. And obviously, she returned to this role of Elektra in Deadpool and Wolverine this year. So it'd been almost 20 years since she'd played this character. But first, let's talk about her movie specifically. So, I remember seeing this movie in theaters back in 2005. I think I would have been 13 at the time, 12 or 13 at the time. And I still remember seeing that movie. I'm like, man, I remember walking out of the theater, man, I like that movie. I hope we see more of her. But they never did another one. And the reason why is, one, it didn't do great at the box office, and two, it was not received well generally by the audience. It is considered among some circles to be one of the worst superhero movies ever made. I heavily disagree. Heavily disagree with that. I mean, everyone's entitled to their opinion, but in my opinion, this is a solid movie. Now, don't get me wrong. It is definitely not a top 10 or top 5 best comic book movie or best superhero movie of all time by any means, but it is certainly not one of the worst superhero movies out there. There's plenty of other worse superhero movies out there, like the Green Hornet with Seth Rogen, terrible movie. Dragon Ball Evolution and Dragon Ball Z's kind of superheroes, right? I mean, you have a team of heroes fighting against villains, so I'm gonna put Dragon Ball Evolution in there too. Like, that's a terrible, terrible movie. The Elektra, in my opinion, is better than a lot of the weaker MCU movies. It's better than Iron Man 2 and 3. It's better than Thor 2 and Thor 4. It's better than just a lot of the weaker MCU movies. I think this is a really solid movie. Very underrated. Let's start with the review. Jennifer Garner's great in the role. She may not have been given the strongest material to work with, but she's really good in the role. Elektra starts out as this very cold, calculating character that's an assassin. That's a contract assassin that gets contracted to go out and kill bad guys. But then one of her employers contracts her to kill this man and his daughter, and she's like, no, she has a conscience, right? She's not going to cross that line. But she ends up protecting this man and his daughter. The daughter's name is Abby. I forgot the dad's name. But she ends up protecting this family from the bad guys, the Hand. And it's a good character arc for her. Like, she grows from this cold, calculating assassin to I wouldn't say a full hero, but she kind of like, I'm trying to think of a good character comparison. She goes from this cold, calculating assassin to this more good-willed hero. She's more of an kind of an anti-hero because she does use lethal force to kill the bad guys, unlike a lot of other superheroes wouldn't. But she fights the bad guys and she kills them. A lot of people would say that would make her not a hero, but she goes through this good character arc in the movie from being like just a cold-blooded assassin to now protecting people. So she has a good character arc with that. The fight scenes in the movie for the time were really good, I think, and the effects were good too. Don't forget, this is pre-MCU. This is 3 years before the MCU was even a thing with the first Iron Man, and for sure before what the MCU what it is today. So they didn't have a lot to work with this movie. So I think for what they had, it was really well done. And I think Jennifer Garner did great as the character. It's a shame she never got to come back for almost 20 years. But this movie itself, I think, is very good. I give it at least a 6. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Definitely not a top 10 or top 5 comic book movie of all time, but a really solid movie. A good popcorn movie that I could pop in and have fun watching anytime. And it's a good, touching story about Elektra's character journey from assassin to hero, learning to protect this family and growing to attach to them. and protecting them from the bad guys. And then the final the action scenes I thought were all really well done for the time, especially. And so, yes, I give Elektra a 7 out of 10. Better than a lot of other worse superhero movies out there. And frankly, like I said, better than some MCU films. So yeah, I give Elektra a 7 out of 10. Definitely underrated. Definitely does not deserve the hate that it gets in certain circles. So I'm going to transition from that to Ryan Reynolds, obviously, who's behind the Deadpool franchise, mainly. Of course, Deadpool 3 is now, Deadpool Wolverine's it is part of the MCU. It is an MCU movie. I mean, it's part of the MCU canon. So, so there was a lot more going for it than the first two, right? Because they could do a lot more now. But Deadpool and Wolverine, I think Ryan Reynolds and the creators behind that movie felt like they felt the desire and need to bring back Jennifer Garner's Elektra, because I think that they felt that she got the short end of the stick, that she was a great actress cast as a great character that was not given a true chance to shine in a great movie. So they're like, hey, not only her, but they brought back Wesley Snipes as Blade, who had been even longer since we'd seen his Blade, like a year apart between him and Jennifer Garner as Elektra. So it had been exactly 20 years since we've seen Wesley Snipes back as Blade. And then they brought back Channing Tatum as Gambit, never got his movie, brought him in for a chance to shine. X-23, now that Daphne Keane is older, because in Logan she was just a little girl, but now Daphne Keane's old enough that she can be the proper comic accurate X-23, like fully grown, or that age now, so she can be the proper X-23 from the comics on the big screen in live action. So they brought back these 4 characters that I think they felt kind of got the short end of the stick for various reasons. Like, hey, let's put them all in this movie, and we'll give them all this really great sequence of not only being reintroduced to them, but also in this great action sequence where they all go to fight the bad guys at Cassandra Nova's fortress. And every single one of those characters, Elektra, X-23, Blade, and Gambit, they all got their chances to shine in that fight. And it showed that Jennifer Garner, well, first, Wesley Snipes still has it as Blade over 60. That dude was awesome. He can still do it. And then also, Jennifer Garner as Elektra still has it over 50. So, yeah, they both showed in this movie that they can still do this role, even just for like a special appearance. Daphne Keane, of course, is still really young, so of course she was going to shine in it as X-23. Channing Tatum's still quite a bit younger. He's only in his 40s, so he can still play Gambit, I think, for a long time. But, Jennifer Garner and Wesley Snipes, they're way older now than when they first played these roles, so they still got it, man. This movie showed that they still got it. Elektra with her twin scythes, her twin swords, and then Wesley Snipes with his devices and blades and stuff as Blade. They still got it. They were fighting all these bad guys, and man, it was awesome. Loved it. My favorite part of the movie for sure. So I'm leading that into hoping that Ryan Reynolds felt the desire and need to bring back Jennifer Garner's Elektra, because I think they saw that she deserves a chance to shine in an awesome movie. A really big, awesome movie in the MCU. So they brought back her and Blade and all of them for that. And I'm hoping, since we're still in the multiverse, that all these characters will be back for the big Avengers movies coming up, since we're bringing in all these universes together. And for the MCU, this is, for Marvel movies, period, this is the biggest time in history, because now literally all the universes are connected through the Void and the TVA. You have the main MCU Earth, 616, and then you have the X-Men now connected, and then through No Way Home, you have the Sony Spider-Man universe now connected. So literally at no other point in Marvel movie history has everything been connected like this, and it's all building towards this big event with Secret Wars and Avengers Doomsday. So I cannot wait to see how it unfolds. So yes, I like the Elektra movie a lot. Definitely does not deserve the hate that it gets. Very underrated, very solid movie. Give it a 7 out of 10. And I'm so glad that Jennifer Garner is back in this role. And I hope we see her at least one more time in the Avengers movies. So Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and peace out.